Awesome. Go for it, girl.
Thank you, Faith. Happy Tuesday. Can everyone hear me? Awesome. Happy Tuesday, everyone. And you guys are in for a treat tonight. Welcome to our hot crypto call. We are so excited to share what we're up to. I'm going to give you a little quick minute, 2 minute story about how I got started in this crypto world. Actually, 1 year ago, around this time, I knew absolutely nothing about crypto. I had one of my friends and colleagues introduce me into the stock market. I've always wanted to learn about the stock market. I have been, well, back then, I was terrified of the stock market. I just was scared to jump in because I knew very little about it. He directed me to purchase this stock for about $500. Around that time, I was closing on a house, and I was like, that's all that I have. I can't put any, more money towards it. Fast forward into January, I closed on my home, kind of depleted all my savings, and this stock hit. It went times like 15. I was able to regenerate all of my savings, and I was like, wait a minute. It is something to this. I need to find out more. And from that point on, I have been hooked. Back in January, also, I was introduced to Shiba Inu. Those of you, I'm sure you are hearing all the hype about Sheeb. Well, I was one of the ones that first got into Sheeb when all the hype started going on. Invested about $700 into that. And I think it was around March, April, Sheeb hit times 7. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so exciting. I really still, you guys, really didn't know what I was doing. I was just following, the trend. I had a couple amazing circles that kept me a part of what was going on. And I pretty much sold all my sheep. Let's fast forward up into a month, about 5 weeks ago, she went up times 1,000. I could not sleep, you guys, for about 3 days. Because if I would have held on to my sheep, I would have had 6 figures. Because I had paper hands, I've learned that term, in this crypto arena, because I had my psychology with trading, it was zero. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know to hold. And here we fast forward where I am now learning how to trade crypto no matter what it's doing, no matter if the market is bullish or bearish, going up or going down. And this has changed the game. And so I am so excited to share my mentors with you all, because I'm coming from knowing zero about trading and stocks and crypto until I had some cool wins. I say, by luck, but now I am being intentional about my trading, and I'm learning how to trade crypto, whether it's going up or down. And so now I'm going to share my mentors with you guys that really got me into understanding the psychology behind trading. This is so new for me, and I'm winning. I'm so excited about this. I probably have about 25 of my friends on this call tonight. Some of you all got some Sheeb wins and inbox me, because I was talking about it. When I'm winning, I tell everybody. I don't like keep it to myself. I had some other wins a couple weeks ago. I got into a new crypto coin, which I've already times 5 my money. And so I share the wealth. I don't keep it to myself. So I'm going to bring on my first mentor. He is so amazing. A true entrepreneur to his name. He started his business when he was 16 years old, you guys. 16 years old. He built $1 million clothing line. This clothing line, Wet Cement, was in all of the major department stores, the high-end department stores, Saks, Bloomingdale's. He sold that a few years back, about 4 years back, and retired as a millionaire. So found this crypto world and trading world. I think it was back in about 2018, if I'm not mistaken, and he is taking over. He's teaching people from all over the world, and I'm just super excited to share him with you. Andrew, take it away.
Thank you so much, Chantel. I'm so stoked to be on this call, and honestly, your story inspires me so much. Honestly, like everybody that I have met from you are just amazing people. So anyone you have on here, I'm excited to to show you guys exactly what we're working with, to show you a lot about the crypto world. And Chantel, I mean, it's crazy. You should have held that Shiba, but I mean, nobody knew, right? I actually saw a thing that said if you invested $1,000 into Shiba 1 year ago, it's worth like $500 billion right now or something crazy. I mean, who knows about these things? Who knows, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, we know, and we're going to share it with you. So guys, my name is Andrew Calabunga. I have, as Chantel said, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 16. Literally started my first company. I've always been somebody that has been more of a go-getter. I just never really wanted to work for anyone. I didn't want to get told, you know, when to take a lunch or when I was allowed to go to the bathroom or whatever else. I was 16. I had one job when I was 16 and I said, nope, never again. And so I just made it my mission from that point on to find entrepreneurial endeavors, to find the best of everything. And to be honest, I wish I would have found day trading when I was 16 because I never would have done anything else. As Chantel said, I had a clothing line. We took it around the world. We were in Saks, Neiman's, Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Dillard's. I mean, every department store, you name it. And it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. I was traveling the world with a suitcase full of clothes, meeting with buyers and doing fashion shows and fashion TV and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I was working 12, 13, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like if something needed to be shipped, I was in the factory shipping it with my shipping people because they needed extra help. So not that I didn't love it, not that I don't love the clothing industry, but I push buttons for a living now. I'm literally taking part in a digital income and I couldn't be happier because it's all I do now. So I'm out in Dallas, Texas. To tell you a little bit about myself, I actually sold everything in 2019. I said, I am going to travel the world. 2020 is going to be my year. Who can guess what happened in 2020? I had a house in Hawaii, house in San Diego, 6 cars. I got rid of everything, all my furniture, put everything, anything that was left in storage. I put my life into 2 suitcases and I headed out to explore the world. I was going to start in Europe. I was going to make my way to Africa by summer and go on safari. I was going to Australia and then like round out through Asia and hit like Japan, rounding out the year of 2020. So I made it as far as Madrid, Spain, was in Madrid, March of 2020. We all know what happened. Within 6 hours of an announcement from the president, I was trying to find a flight as quick as I could to come back because I thought I wasn't going to get let back in. Long story short, came back into the US, was just bouncing around trying to figure out, you know, when am I going to be able to travel again? When are things opening up? And finally just decided this isn't going away anytime soon. So I ended up settling in Dallas, Texas for a year. And here I am. We'll see what happens a year from now. Maybe I will be out traveling around the world again. Maybe I'll be hanging out in Texas. Who knows? So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys a little bit about our education platform and exactly what we're working with. So if you are on here and you have never in your life traded before, if you're that person, welcome, you're in the right place. If you are on here and you have traded a little bit, you've played around, maybe you're on Robinhood, you're buying stocks, welcome, you're in the right place. If you are on here and you are a boss trader and you know every crypto that's out there and you have a whole portfolio, welcome, you're literally in the right place because our platform takes care of everybody. So first off, if you have never, ever, ever traded before, if you are brand new to trading, brand new to investing, you got to get the basics. So if you get started on the platform, you got about 3 hours of a basics course. Now, the dog's running around like a crazy person or a crazy dog right now. So he's got a lot of energy. So the basics course is going to show you how to look for projects, how to look for trades, how to recognize patterns on the charts, and how to enter and exit trades, how to set up your broker, leverage, kind of just all the basics of trading. So let's go into the Forex Academy basics. So, you know, what is Forex? It's going to tell you who trades, what is traded, when to trade, a buy versus a sell. It's all very easy, broken down, simple videos. I mean, I'll just show you guys a little snippet. This is what, 3 minutes
By the
on this
same exact
video.
is to learn when to buy, and you make money as the exchange rate is changing. As an example, when the market is extremely low, we look to put in buy orders, and as the market is coming up, we get to make money. Is as true as when the market is high in several examples here. When the market
All right, so it's not rocket science. You buy low and you sell high. Everybody knows that. But I will tell you the basis of our program is foreign currency. Now, how is that different? Stocks? Well, everybody thinks stocks and trading. The stock market, number one, you got to have a lot of capital. So you better have some money to put down and buy some stocks. Number two, you're going to have to hold them for a certain amount of time. So you are investing in a company. If I say Apple, I'm going to get in on Apple stock or Tesla or something. I'm investing in, I have to buy a certain amount of shares and I'm expecting them to appreciate. So that might take a week, that might take a month, that might take a year. If it goes down and the company has some sort of a scandal, or God forbid the founders die or something crazy happens, I'm sitting with the bag for who knows how long trying to wait for it to come back. So just to give you guys an idea, in the stock market, in the USA stock market, there's about $28 billion that are traded every single day. Now, who trades this? Well, hedge funds, different funds, retail traders. There's not a lot of trading that actually happens. 28 billion sounds amazing, right? It sounds like a lot of money. Well, the foreign exchange market trades about 7.5 trillion every single day. Trillion. Who is trading this money? Banks, hedge funds, but 64% of the market is traded by banks. And honestly, it's the top 10, guys. It's Bank of America, it's Chase, it's HSBC, it's Deutsche Bank. It's some of the top banks in the world are trading in the foreign exchange market. So where do they get the money to trade in this market? Our deposits. Think about how much money you have sitting in the bank. Your bank is putting that into the foreign exchange market. They're making about 500% on your money annually. And how much are they paying you? Drop in the chat how much you actually got on your savings account last year. I'm betting it's something like 1 penny or 4 pennies, or maybe you have a certificate of deposit. It's a little bit more. So the banks are trading with our capital, guys. And in fact, we are allowing them to do it by putting our money on deposit. So in the foreign exchange market, you're not buying into a company. You're not going all in on some sort of project or stock or technology. This is currency. This has been around for 100 years. This is the euro versus the yen, or the Great Britain pound versus the US dollar. And these markets are pairs, so they're going up and down like a seesaw pretty much all day long. And you can see here, it's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down. So a lot of people don't realize that in this market, it's the same transaction to take a sell order as it is to take a buy order. So some of you guys looking at this that don't know a lot about trading or have only experienced stocks are thinking, here's when you make money, here's when you lose. Here's when you make money, here's when you lose. Or here's when you sell off and sit out the market until there's a good buying opportunity again. That's not the case here. If the market is at an all-time high, and this is the British pound versus the US dollar, so if the British pound is at an all-time high, I can do a sell order, not even owning any of the British pound. These are order transactions. I can do a sell order, sell into the pound, and get behind the dollar and take this as a profit. So I didn't understand this when I got started in trading, guys. I've only been trading for 3 years. And when I started, I was afraid I wasn't going to understand it because I've never been a technological guy. And what I found in this program is I've become a master trader, and I actually am trading like I never thought I would be. So anyway, the program is going to show you how to get in and out of trades and literally how to cash in on every opportunity. In a minute, I'm going to show you how to take a trade on Bitcoin. And we're actually going to show you, because I know a lot of you guys are on here to learn about crypto. So the next part of the service is the go lives. Now, once you get through the basics and you understand how to open a broker and how to get into a trade and how to exit your trade and how to set your stop loss, all these basic things, well, you have to have live coaching. You got to know which trades to take. So there's about 200 traders on our platform in many different academies. There's a crypto, there's high frequency, if you've ever done like binary options, foreign exchange, there's even ecom. So let's just go to crypto. How many of you guys have seen Betting on Bitcoin, the movie? Honestly, any movie on Bitcoin. Most of them do have some sort of quote or interview with Crypto Picasso. So he's one of the top Bitcoin traders in the world. He lives in a compound in Costa Rica behind like 30-foot walls. And he literally every single week is on showing us the exact moves in the markets. And he's sending to our phone exactly when to get in, when to get out, when to take leverage trades. What does a leverage trade mean? I'm going to show you in a minute. I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you guys, but I can choose who I want to work with. So some of my favorites, Mike Sotero, is all about altcoins. So he's calling out a lot of the altcoins that you haven't really heard of yet. You know, those coins that go 100x, 500x, 1000x. He is right on top of that. He's called out 10 or 15 altcoins that have made me a lot of money. So we're at the very beginning when no one's heard of this. He's looking for projects that have legit backing. You know, if you're just watching Facebook and somebody is posting, buy this coin, buy that, this coin, well, who knows? Are they telling you to buy it because they want more people to buy it so their investment goes up? A lot of times that's the case. So these are our educators look for legit projects with legit dev teams with good backings where your money's not going into a black hole and then it's gone. I don't know if you guys saw the rug pull with what Squid Game coin. I'm sure everybody saw that. That was iconic and sad all at the same time because a lot of people lost money on those. So the Wild West right now, digital, it's a digital Wild West. And a lot of people are out there not, they're out there to rip you off. So you got to be sure you're taking the right projects. Anis is another one of my favorites. He calls harmonics for harmonic patterns for Ethereum, for Bitcoin. So basically what you're going to do once you're through the education and you understand how to work your trades, you're going to get on sessions with these live traders. Now they have to be proven 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure trader. So these guys know what they're doing. They've perfected a strategy and they've shown proven results. So I'm just being like the kid that copies off the smart kid in class. I'm just looking over the shoulder of Anis who, well, I'll show you, I'll just jump on a session. If I can't get on live, if he's not live, I can watch his last session. I can watch his favorite sessions. So I can literally just get on and watch him break down exactly what to look for, when to get in, when to get out. And I'm telling you guys, Anis, the reason he's one of my favorites, he's like 99% accurate. I haven't seen him hit a loss. I don't even think ever. So I definitely wasn't in any of his trades that lost. So he is just right on the money. Literally anything he calls out, I trust it and I jump in right away. So that's the Go Live platform. And the third part of the service is, if I can get all the way back here, is the strategies. Now, I'm going to show you this, and we're actually going to take a trade, and I'm going to show you the difference between leverage trading and just buying and holding on crypto. So let's go to, since most of you guys are interested in crypto, let's go to the Swipecoin scalper. All right, so this is a technology proprietary to this company, and it looks for patterns in the market. It looks for volume flooding in the market. It looks for big sell-offs, for whales selling, whales buying. So it puts together all the information that's available in the market with all the wallets that are out there, all the patterns that are happening, and basically calls out buys and sells within this market. So, and it's scary how accurate this thing is. So this is Bitcoin, and you can see about, what are we at here, November? So about maybe like 5 days ago, this just called out a massive buy. It called out a mini sell, not much happened there. It called out this buy. It called out a sell, backed off a little and hit the sell. Called out this buy. Called out this sell. Look at how accurate this thing is. Calls a buy. I mean, this thing is freaky how accurate it is. Calls a sell, this big sell off. So, and these it's moving from 62, 61,000, up to 66, 67 in the last day or so on Bitcoin. So how many people on here have money sitting in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ripple? Now I'm going to show you the difference between, actually we're going to pull up a Bitcoin chart right here. All right, so about, all right, in the last week, what's happened with Bitcoin? So it has gone from here, we've taken this from 60,000 to 68,000. So Bitcoin in the last little while here, Bitcoin has had an $8,000 move. You guys are with me, right? Okay, so $8,000 move on Bitcoin. So 60,000 to 68,000. So 68,000 divided by 60,000. So it had a 13% increase. You guys are with me, right? So the price of Bitcoin has increased 13%, so 1.13. All right, so I'm going to show you the difference between leveraged margin trading and just buying and holding, having your money just sitting in Coinbase, just parked there, just hoping it does well. So let's take, for example, that you have $1,000 sitting on Coinbase in Bitcoin, $1,000 in Bitcoin. You just bought it last week before this jump, right? All right, so you bought $1,000 in Bitcoin here. Bitcoin gained 13% in a week. What is your $1,000 worth? Well, times 1.13, your $1,000 account or your Bitcoin holdings in Coinbase is going to be about $1,130 right now. So not too shabby, right? 13%, that's an insane return on investment, right? That's 130 extra bucks that you didn't have before. But let me share my phone screen and I'm going to show you something that's about to blow your mind. All right. All right, y'all can see my phone screen, right? All right, so we are going to go in to the SwipeCoin Scalper. All right, so the SwipeCoin app, these are trades that we get sent to us when they come out. So Crypto Picasso, see how it says signal by Picasso 2 days ago. So 2 days ago at 61,500, Picasso called out a leveraged buy for Bitcoin, okay? So entry price, you guys can see that there, it's 61,500 and 62,000. So he's telling you to enter between 61.5 and 62. Now, your stop loss, in case he's wrong, is 61,200. So not a crazy stop loss. That's actually only $300 stop loss if you got 61.5. So in case he's wrong, your level of risk is extremely small. It's a tiny sliver. But your reward, your take profit zones, take profit 1 is 65,000, which we already hit. If you were paying attention earlier, it's already at 68. Take profit zone 2 is 72. So we're already on the way to that. And if you see down here at the bottom, TP3 is 84,000. So he's calling out 72 and 84. He's calling some crazy numbers right now. Now, if I took this in my leveraged account, so let's actually, I'm going to show you guys how to take a trade. So here is a Bitcoin chart, and we're just going to take this. So this is what's happened over the last, week. You can see the crazy rise. So right there, when he called, actually he called the trade at 61. So he called right here. So he called it this pullback. So when he saw this, he looked at volume, he called it in to the pullback, and look what happened immediately after he called this trade was a massive flood of volume. So if I were to take this trade, and we're just going to take one now on a demo account, there's no trade active right now. This is from 2 days ago. So we'll just take this on a demo account. So if I wanted to trade this, check it out. I could trade. I get to say, and really pay attention, guys, because this 2 minutes right here of showing you the difference between leverage and non-leverage, just holding crypto, could be the difference between you making millions of dollars over the next couple of years. So if I take a 1.0 trade lot size and I buy by market, All right, so now I am actively in a trade. What does this look like? Okay, well, you can see 67, I entered at 67,168. So the broker has a spread. This is the broker profit. So they got $62 in profit, right? So I entered at 67,168. I'm at 67,105 right now. You always start out a little bit negative on a trade. But let's just say this was $1,000 account. So picture that same thousand that isn't sitting in Coinbase is sitting here. Now I'm saying, if I say a 1.0 trade, I'm saying dollar for dollar that every dollar Bitcoin moves, I make $1. Y'all are with me, right? So remember, it just moved from 60. Well, let's see the trade actually. All right, so I'm here. So obviously I just did this just so you could see 67,168 to 67,065. It's about $100 difference where the market is right now. You can see like where I entered. Like where I entered the buy right there and see the market's like below. So it's down $100 from where I entered. It's continuing to go down. I just did this so I could show you, but it actually looks like it's about to pop above. So right now it's dollar for dollar. So see how it's getting worse? 67,168, 67,001. So it's 140 or so dollars. So I'm negative $150. So I am trading dollar for dollar on Bitcoin. So let's look at this trade again. So if I would have entered at 61,500, and right now it's, if I just held at 68, right? 61,500, 68. So 68 minus 61,500. Bitcoin would have moved $6,500. Now, if I'm trading dollar for dollar in my account rather than just sitting, y'all remember what the $1,000 was worth. What was it worth? 1,000 times 1.13 on that move. So if I was just sitting in Coinbase with my crypto, I made $130 over the last week on that move. If I was in a trade that was called out for our traders, I have that $1,000 that's still in my account when I close out the trade, and it moved 6,500. And remember, dollar for dollar. So I made $6,500 on that trade. $7,500. So how much did I make though? I made $6,500 minus what was the other one? 113. So I made an extra $6,300 on the exact same trade in the exact same market in 1 week. So let's show you guys that again in real time. So if I'm camped out in Coinbase, I made 13%. If I'm here and I hit Picasso's trade, well, he actually called it 61. So he called it here. If I jumped here and held his trade for a week, which we do, it hadn't hit take profit, and I'm at 68, I made $6,500. So I have $1,000 account. That's 650%, not 13%. No disrespect to the 13%, but which would y'all rather have? 13% in a week or 650% in a week? Now, obviously, I know some of you guys are sitting there saying, okay, well, what happens if it went in the wrong direction? Would you have lost $6,500? Well, no, because remember, the stop loss was only $300. So you would have lost $300. So if I had a $1,000 account in margin trading on our platform, and I have all the tools to know when to get out of that trade on the SwipeCoin app, I would be risking $300 to make a $6,500 profit. I don't know about y'all, but I would take that risk all day long. I would risk my account might be at $700 at the end of the week, but it might be at $7,500. And we just do that over and over and over again. So we are stacking profits through leverage trading. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. I tell people all the time, you can leverage trade Doge. You can leverage trade a lot of cryptos. You can leverage trade indices. We have a service where people get up in the morning, and I get on sometimes, and trade the Dow 30 or the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. You can trade in 20 minutes. You can scalp the indices at the opening bell with margin, literally with margin, trade dollar for dollar and turn miracles on a very, very tiny account. And that's what you can't do in the stock market. You got to have a lot of capital And again, no disrespect to the stock market. I know people make a lot of money, but for you to make $6,500 in a day in the stock market, something's got to moon, and you better have already like $6,500 in stock, and it's got to double. That just doesn't happen. That's why crypto is a digital gold rush right now, and that's why I've become a fan. It's all I ever need to do. I'm not starting any other company. Why would I? I push buttons for a living. So that's my portion, guys. And I did tell you that we stack profits. So I'm going to introduce the next person who's going to cover how we stack profits, and in fact, what you can actually expect percentage-wise over 6 months, over a year in the markets. So if you can make that type of gains, and then think about that, if you've got more to leverage, the next trade you get into is going to be even bigger and even bigger and even bigger as you go. So I'm going to introduce Faith, and she's going to take you guys through a little bit. So Faith, let me brag on her a little bit, because I actually met her in a gym. I know neither of us are really in shape, so it's weird that we would even be going in a gym. But no, I walked into the gym and I saw this girl. I saw a beautiful girl behind a table giving out free samples at the gym. And I looked at her and was like, what is this? What's she giving me? Like, she's giving me samples. And I said, oh, I know this. I have a friend that works for this company. Like, does the gym own this company? What's going on? Like, why are you giving out these samples? And she said, no, I'm just here, and I'm hustling. I'm giving out this product. I make commission. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Number one, I need to know who this girl is. She's amazing. And we just started talking. We talked for 20 minutes. We exchanged numbers, went to breakfast the next day, and I showed her what we were doing with the trading, and the rest is history. She saw the potential. She hopped all in, started trading with me. She's become my trading partner. We've traveled the world together. She was actually in Madrid with me when the C word hit, and we had to fly back overnight. We traveled Europe for 3 months. We went to Tulum, I don't even know, for a couple months, like 6 months ago, just to get away from the US. She's an amazing guy. She's got a lot of heart, and she really helps everybody in the team understand and level up. So it is a team environment. We all work together. So Faith, come on and show us how much we can make. Oh, and show us how much it costs too.
Thank you, Andrew, for introducing me. So I'm Faith, by the way. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I actually just got a new home here. I have a second home in San Diego. And mind you, I lost everything 2 years ago, like almost 2 years ago with the Rona. What Andrew didn't say is how he smacked me about the trading originally. So he goes, I was all into the products and helping people with their health because I have an amazing health story. Got in a car accident, almost died 4.5 years ago. And that's why I'm a stand for people's health and putting themselves first. And I asked him what he did, and he goes, oh, I help people make money. I'm like, oh, that's fulfilling. Like, thinking the only way I can help people is through their nutrition and fitness and, all that stuff. And he said to me, he goes, if I don't help people make money, they can't afford your expensive product and your coaching. And I went, all right. He goes, how many times this week have you heard I don't have money? Like, that's a no-brainer. At least 50 to 75% of people don't have money. So I started trading, like he said. It became a passion of mine to help people make money, because the more money we have, the more we can take care of ourselves, the more we can even travel and do stuff with our families and have your kids go to the school you want and live in the neighborhood you want. So it was kind of fitting that I also started helping people. I span now in 6 countries. Have almost 200 students across the world. I have teams in Africa and some people in Nicaragua, Austria, Australia, New Zealand, a large team in Canada. And so it's really, really exciting to be able to help people, stay at home if they want to right now with everything that's happening. I never knew this was around. So my background, I was in real estate. I help animals. I'm a registered vet tech. So I have a business doing in-home nursing care with animals. So, finances was never anything I wanted to deal with. I avoided it at all costs. How many people on here started to cringe when they heard that we were going to be talking about money? Because that's what happens. We're programmed to make money wrong, to make money negative. It's not negative. It's just an electronic transfer, a paper currency. It's all energy. And so, thank goodness for Andrew coming into my life, because, during the last 1.5 years, it was my sole income. I lived off trading. I traveled with him worldwide. I went to Hawaii. I've traveled all over the States. I actually just got a place but I call myself a homeless jet setter. So if you're on here going, I love to travel, I want to do things, like I'm going to show you how it's possible. So, Andrew just gave you a bunch of information, and, people say, how can I make money? Like, how do you make money doing this? Or automatically I need a lot of money to start. You actually don't, right? Most people start with $200 to $500, and then I have people that start with $10,000. So it really depends what your financial situation is. But I'm going to show you guys really quick before I throw the pricing at you, what is possible, so you guys can kind of get an idea and see. And so just to let you guys know, I did start my first account with $200. So that's what we're going to start here. So $200, and we're going to be conservative. So when you start, 2 to 4% a trade, 2 to 4% a day is amazing, right? It's great results. And this is a learning process. Like, we're not on here like you guys are going to get rich tomorrow. We do have people that make 5 figures in a month or two, and we have people that it takes 6 months, or like myself, it was 4 months before I even went live with money. So that's the cool part, is that you can learn and make money while you're doing it, right? When I first started, my first $3,000 to $4,000 that I made, I literally was that swipe coin that he just showed you. I was copying the numbers, had no clue what I was doing yet. I can copy and paste like a champion though and make money. When I was introduced to this originally, the person said Bitcoin. I said, get away from me. This is a scam. I don't understand where it comes from. It's out in cyberspace. I don't trust it. And then I realized, okay, I need to be a little bit more open. Whatever way I can make money, I'm open to making money, right? I don't need to understand everything. Okay. If you're showing me, 40, 60% gains a week on crypto, which is the average for crypto, it's been my average for crypto. Like, go for it, right? I don't need to know. Like, show me the numbers. I'll plug them in. I'll make money. Cool, done. So if you guys start with 200, we'll be conservative. We'll say 4% interest a session. And you guys want to trade, say 3 to 4 days a week. So we'll say like 150 days, right? We'll do like 3 days a week. We're going to reinvest everything. Now, with that being said, I have taken withdrawals and lived off my account the whole time. So you can. And once you get your account to a certain amount, you get to do that. The cool part is this is all you. Like, we in the Outlaw crew, legal bank robbers, we band together. We help you. We help you get the money from the banks, but we don't touch your money. Andrew, Chantel, myself, anybody in the crew, we don't get a cut of it. The education company is completely separate. They don't get a cut of it. It's all you. So you manage it, which I love that. Sure, I could give someone money and they could say, I'm going to guarantee you, because the crypto people, I'm going to guarantee you 1.5%. It's like, okay, buddy, you're making like 50%, giving me 1.5%. That's like a bank. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I'll take that myself and I'll plug into this education, plug the numbers in and make the 50%. You can keep your 1.5%. Thanks. So we're going to do no additional deposits. We're going to reinvest 100%. We're going to calculate this. So now this is only if we traded about 3 days a week, you guys, right? This isn't even 4 days. 4 days is over 100K. So $71,000 on a $200 investment. Now, I can guarantee some people on here, like, the scam flags going up. Like, how is that even possible? It is possible. So let me break it down for you guys really quick so you can see that I'm not crazy. This is real. So you guys see the numbers. So the earnings, obviously your first one, it's $8. You guys aren't going to go out and quit your job, right? You're not, calling your boss and giving your 2-week notice. No. But if you guys are open, what you see happening is that balance now is $208. So now when you go into that next trade, which is what the education and what we teach you, you're never risking more than 3% of an account to make your gains. So when you do this, your earnings, that whole $8, your balance is now higher. So now you're going into that next trade with more leverage. And this is how you compound and grow your accounts. Now, you guys are used to compounded interest in other ways, where it's working against you, your home loan, your car loan, credit cards, all that stuff. This is where you actually take that percentage and work it, and it works for you and for your money. So we keep looking down, we're a couple months in, well, less than that. And, now we're at like $11. Woo, nothing crazy. Now we're getting down, around January-ish. Well, now that $8 win, you guys, is $184. Now that $200 account is now almost $4,800. So you guys can see how compounded interest work towards, for you. I'm going to show you the pricing. Now, with that being said, the pricing, this is how you make your money. So this monthly fee, some people get sticker shocks. You guys, I have teams in Africa. They make $350 American a month as accountants and attorneys and business owners, right? The startup is $234.95. Now it goes down to $174 monthly. This is just for the basic pack. So if you guys are just interested, say you're on here, you're only interested in crypto, cool. Just start with the crypto pack, start with the basic. We have high frequency trading, which is really fun. We also do calls and fun things with that, where you click a button and you set a time for your trade and you put an amount of money in. So, and you get a percentage out, you win or lose. There's that style trading. There's Forex trading, which is where you go on like a harmonic scanner or DeLorean. Colors is a good one. There's over 200 educators, you guys. So you can literally pick anything that you want. If you're somebody like me that's all in, because that's just me. And I know a lot of you guys are probably all in. If you're on here on a Tuesday night, spending an hour of your time with us, the elite pack for $324.95, and then that drops to $274. So the elite pack, you guys can see you get all the academies. So I love this because a lot of people start with one thing, and either whether it be Forex or HFX or DCX, and they want to learn something else at the same time once they get their feet wet. So say you're coming in, you want to do the time trading, you start there, or the Forex, and you're like, I kind of want to learn about crypto investing. You guys can jump on Mike Sotero on his DeFi classes. You guys can jump on, Kurt Cobain when he's talking about the altcoins and beginner altcoin education. Like I bought Atari coin months back. I had to do this crazy process of buying Ethereum, transferring it with MetaMask over to Uniswap. Like I would have never been able to do that by myself. You guys, I literally had the recording from it on and like played it 3 times to do this because I would never have figured that out by myself. Well, I could have, but it probably would have taken me days, as opposed to maybe like an hour. But yeah, a lot of people do a couple different things, especially right now. I don't know if Andrew said it or not, but just so you guys know, the end of the year with crypto is insane. I remember last year, insanity, over 100% profit some weeks, not making income claims because we're all different in our journey, right? My 100% could be your 10%. It's 10% a week. We're not waiting for 10% for a year for a stock, or heaven forbid, 3 years, 5 years with what's happening right now. And I'll show you guys a little sneak peek of something before we get off of here of what's actually happening in the economy. And it's kind of scary. Like I kind of got really clear as a business owner, having 2 different businesses, one service-based and one based off finance. My service business, I'm in people's homes watching their animals when they travel. Well, we know what happened there. I had like 9 jobs in a year and a half when I was booked out over a year before COVID. Like I was literally booked I had maybe 1 to 3 days off a month. I was that much in demand. So for you guys that are on here, we actually have a special. We're knocking off $50. So it's only $185 to get started with one of the basic packs. Now with the basic pack, just to let you guys know, and you guys will see when you get the website, for whoever invited you on, get the website to get you access to your education, that you have to add scanners on. So that's the thing with the basic packs, you do have to add a la carte where, that elite pack is included. Now, if you're on here really quick, I want to share with you guys something really cool. So when I started, I was a little bit, my business was starting to taper off. The nutrition business, it was the holiday season. So, it was December 2019. People are spending more money on Christmas gifts than themselves. And so I needed to get my education free. And so I was a customer. And so that's where I started. So this is the awesome part. You guys don't have to share with a bunch of people if you don't want to. But for me, I had my mom, who's 65 years old, trades. I had my mom and one of my close friends, shared with them. They were like, my friend was really big into crypto. He was interested in leverage trading. It just kind of fit. And so right away in the first week and a half, I had my education free. Now, it doesn't have to stop there. So there is a completely separate affiliate side. Like I said, the company doesn't make any money off your trading account. But if you're somebody like me, I'm very open to business opportunities. If someone presents something to me, I'm always in the mindset of, okay, what else can I do with it? How can I make money? How can I help people? And so it was very natural for me to just start sharing. So if you guys are on here and you have more than 2 friends or 2 people that you know, I mean, heck, you can go on your Facebook and I'm sure you probably have like 700 plus friends. Everybody on here, I'm sure, even if you have a small Facebook account. But I just want to show you guys what's possible in the separate business side. And so, like I said, this is a trading academy. You know, why not? And this is what my thinking was, why not, if I want to help people anyway, why not take that money and trade with it, you guys? So literally taken my residual, and I've traded my residual the last almost 2 years. And so it's better when you're trading with someone else's money. Why put your own money in there? And so with, you know, if you have 3 friends or family members, you start making $150 a month. Anybody on here that's done anything with products in the past looks at this plan and it's mind-blowing, because I mean, how easy is it to help 23 people? You know, your friends start sharing with friends. We start doing fun calls like this. We start trading as a team. It's always fun to have a team trading with you. And it just goes up from there. So Mr. Cowabunga that started just hit a really large milestone in his business, Chairman 10, which is $10,000 a month. So you can only imagine how big Mr. Cowabunga's trading account is, that he's got an extra 10 grand a month kicking around. And yeah, like I said, you can pick and choose, right? You can be one of those people. There's a couple different types of people. You're one of those people that's like, I just want to trade. Awesome. We love you. You know, we kind of work with what you guys want to do. If you're somebody that's like, you know, I'm kind of financially strapped and I don't have, you know, $7,000 for a year of memberships kicking around, well, let's get you some money. Let's get you making the $600 a month. And if you're somebody, like I said, like me, that sees a vision and wants to actually build a business online with true residual, because it is true residual, I can show you my back office. You know, we're here to help you do that as well. So you can pretty much take this opportunity anywhere you want to take it. But the awesome part is the education is so amazing and so great. Like how many things can you do where you can just trade and sit in your closet and not talk to anybody? You know, for those extremely introverted people, you know, that I watched fail over and over again in my last company are the most successful traders I have on my team, because they trade, they focus and they trade. So I wanted to show you guys a little something and kind of give you guys a little sneak peek of what's happening. I feel very blessed that I've had this knowledge the whole time during the pandemic, because I see the side of what's happening. I'm getting goosebumps because it's crazy what's happening. And I feel so grateful that I have access to this information. So what you guys don't see, what we see every day, is the fluctuation of currency markets, the fluctuation of foreign currency. You guys, our US dollar can't maintain strength for more than 12 hours. It's insane at night. If we look right now, actually, let's check it out. If we look right now, let's see what our currency strength's doing. So this is anybody, live charts, you can go on. Ooh, the dollar actually looks really good right now. It's actually pretty high. So this is scary. This is scary. This is scary. These right here are the strongest 4 currencies in the world. Something's going on in Britain. Something's going on in Australia right now. Something's going on in New Zealand. I'm gonna show you something else to show you what's happening. You watch these meters fluctuate, right? This is how strong the dollar is. Sometimes it's down here. You guys, there's Fridays where I've literally been on a chart doing some trading and seeing the currency strength go to 0 for the US dollar. 0. I don't know if you guys realize this, but back in 1917, 1930, something like that. Do you guys know that $100 bill is actually worth about $7 right now? The depreciation, especially right now with all the inflation, we're seeing this and we're making money off of it. When that dollar tanks, it's paired with something else that's strong. You're playing that. I make money off that. Like Andrew was saying, the indices in the morning, 10 minutes, I'm done, maybe 14 minutes sometimes. I'm done for the day. Close it out, shut it down. Do you guys have 10 minutes in the morning to trade? Do you have an hour a day to trade and learn? Because it takes about 4 hours a week of a dedication. So if you guys have 4 hours a week, like this is for you. And obviously, you know, the more you plug in, the more you're able to make, the more education, right? So everybody's results are different because it depends how much you plug in. You know, we have some people that don't do anything and well, they're going to have those results. We have people that plug in and they just run with it and they're hitting 6 figures in 4 to 6 months because they're that tuned into it because they understand. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is a forexfactory.com. So we always usually check these. We should do a couple of things. Like the educators do a lot of our work for us. But if you want to be a really great trader, you check this, like look at all these red folders, right? Orange folders, red folders. This is not great news. I mean, in Germany, there's a 13.28% decrease in their trade balance, whatever the trade balance means. I'm not sure what that means. I look these up sometimes. Look at the US Small Business Index, 98.2, you guys, that's not good. It's declining. Small businesses are declining right now. I know in California, 40%, and here in Dallas, 30% of businesses did not reopen post-COVID. In San Diego, there's neighborhoods that look like the projects right now that are boarded. Like, don't let that be you. Don't, you know, secure your money, because I didn't. I lost everything, everything. Sold my car last year. Everything in storage, downsize, same thing. So secure your money is all, it's what I'm gonna say about that. But what we can do is, let's see if we got questions really quick. Let me
Should we throw out some Bitcoin?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
All right, so we threw the prices at you guys. So for anybody on here that gets started with the Elite Pack tonight, I always think the Elite is the best because you like Faith said, you get everything. You can trade high frequency, you can trade crypto, you can trade basic Forex, you can trade indices. A lot of times if you just focus in on just the crypto pack, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, all these people in the group are making money in the morning off US 30, or they're doing the color scanner. And then you want to add all these things on and it ends up being more expensive. So if anybody on here that gets started tonight, I got $50 in Bitcoin that's going to be sent to your live trading account when you're ready to trade live. So $50 in Bitcoin's coming from me for anyone that gets started tonight before midnight that's on this call.
Andrew, that's like hundreds of dollars soon.
Go. I'm all about legacy. I'm all about teaching people what this is, because a lot of people just don't know. And I didn't know either. And I was working 15 hours a day, killing myself. The business owner, yeah, I was the boss, but I was still 15 hours a day killing myself. Now I work like 4 hours a week on trading. And then I, of course, you know, mentor the team and stuff, because that's where my passion is. So
you know what, Andrew, what was a game changer for me? I told you guys at the beginning, I was holding just asset. Now you all know why am excited out my mind learning this, because yeah, I lost a couple $100,000 by not holding sheep, but it's all good because I can easily make that back, you know, with this, you know, this process. So that's why I'm super excited. And I tell all my friends, everybody I know, and, you know, everybody wants to know what I'm doing. I didn't share with you guys, I was just a school teacher 2 years ago, and I walked away from my job, never looked back. I invest, I'm a realtor as well, and I'm blowing up this crypto market and Forex market. I'm super excited.
awesome. I love it. Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever you didn't make on Shiba, you can make that back in leverage trading. That's the crazy part. Cool, guys. Well, I guess we'll close out the call. It's exactly an hour. So I'm thankful for all of you guys that were on. I hope you learned something. I hope that, you know, we provided some value for you. And if you decide to want to get started trading with us, let your friend know, whoever invited you on the call. We'll get you set up. And like I said, if you get started before midnight tonight, I got $50 in Bitcoin coming to your live trading account whenever you are ready to go live. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Night.